most American action movies usually had some sort of shootout. Or if it did have a physical fight, it was a few kicks and punches and someone got stabbed, and that was it. Then came the Asian influence explosion, especially during the 70s and 80s, where major martial arts experts turned actors began headlining their own action blockbusters, such as Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, Michelle Yeoh, and so forth. This, of course, influenced American action films, who swapped out the Asian cast for white guys and gals, in tight spandex and a lot of hydro spray. And the martial arts action genre came into full swing. However, we can't forget where it all started, so we've compiled a list of some of our favorites, both new and old, to kick off your weekend butt-kicking marathon. Before we begin, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Every new sub helps us achieve our goal and keeps us motivated to create new content. With that being said, I'm your host, Jamie, and here are 10 action-packed martial arts films. Number 1. Legend of the Drunken Master. 1994 saw Jackie Chan return to the titular role of the Drunken Master in the sequel to his 1978 Drunken Master film. The Legend of the Drunken Master, which it was dubbed for its limited American theatrical release in 2000, is also known just as Drunken Master 2. Jackie Chan's popularity had skyrocketed in North America, beyond that of film buffs and martial arts nerds, thanks largely to the popularity of hits like Rush Hour. So it's no surprise one of his most popular films got a re-release for an American audience. Chan was already a well-renowned actor in China, and like many Hong Kong film stars, Jackie Chan also performs his own breathtaking stunts. Chan even has his own stunt team, which he formed in 1976. The Legend of the Drunken Master is pretty straightforward. Chan, who reprises his role as Wu Haifeng, aka the Drunken Master, poses an incredible affinity for martial arts. He just has to be inebriated to reach full potential. The fight sequences are not only cool, they are also very funny. The skill it takes to play a drunk who is a masterclass martial artist takes incredible finesse and a mastery over one's own body. While Chan has always been characterized for having a playful and creative action choreography, his Drunken Master shtick is damn near an elaborate slapstick routine. So stumble your way over to YouTube, Google Play, and Prime to stream it. Number 2. Everything Everywhere All at Once. The Daniels' Everything Everywhere All at Once is the best film of 2022, and I called this long before it nabbed the Academy Award for Best Picture at the Oscars nearly a year later. Considering it's one of the best films of the past few years, I remain confident we will not see anything better for a while. The story is centered around one woman who discovers she is key to saving a fractured multiverse. The film is so seamlessly written and executed, it's nearly flawless. This feat is even more impressive considering the complexity of the story and narrative. The script has to establish a dynamic, relatable protagonist, Evelyn Kwan, played impeccably by Michelle Yeoh. It also has to establish her character in a relatively short time, then switch gears and establish not only multiple multiversal iterations of her, but also develop each of the unique characters and their interpersonal relationships in the various universes. Everything Everywhere All at Once is an awe-inspiring juggling act of mixed martial arts, storytelling, characterization, and ideas. It is also extremely kinetic, utilizing a lot of dolly truck tracking shots and smooth camera movements to quickly but impactfully convey its themes and story, as well as deliver a boatload of breathtaking action sequences. Despite a lot going on, Everything Everywhere All at Once is lean in terms of exposition at any given moment, sharp in terms of drama, and thrilling in terms of action set pieces. There's a lot of complex issues about generational trauma and existential dread that are made palpable and memorable by being conveyed through distinct visual, offbeat humor, stunning action sequences, and poignant pathos. The stunts and choreography are executed with precision, and the fact that Michelle Yeoh is doing her own stunts only adds to how impressive her multi-character performances are. Kelly Kwan, who portrays Wanda Wang and his iterations, also delivers on his multi-character performances. He too does his own stunts, and he deftly bounces between a compassionate, mild-mannered dad jokes persona to a hardened, serious martial artist type. Only time will tell if Everything Everywhere All at Once joins the ranks of cinema classics. But I mean, come on, holy shit! It is a must-see film that audiences will be talking about for some time, and you should experience it on YouTube, Sling, Prime, Google Play, or Fandango. Number 3, The Protector. Quentin Tarantino has been an unsung hero of the martial arts genre in the US, as he has numerous times exposed American audiences to foreign cinema, whether it be through homage in his films or getting limited releases in the US. And that's the case with 2005's The Protector, or Tom Yum Goong, starring Thai superstar Tony Jaa. Director Prachya Pinkau, most notable for Ong Bang Muay Thai Warrior, which also starred Tony Jaa, delivers an epic martial arts film as it packs a hell of a wallop in its 83-minute theatrical cut. In The Protector, young man Kham, played by Tony Jaa, whose elephants that his family protect are stolen by Vietnamese gangsters. They escape to a Thai restaurant in Australia that acts as kind of their base. Kham then travels to Sydney to retrieve his elephants. He grew up with these elephants, forming an unbreakable bond with them. They're part of the King of Thailand's army. Their significance is cultural and familial. Sentiment aside, The Protector has many creative action set pieces and stunt choreography. There's even a scene where Kham fights a group of skateboarders in some kind of parking garage. The music, which was by the RZA and Howard Drozen, wasn't what I expected. There's a lot of rock music as well as old school sounding hip hop used during fight sequences. I could be wrong, but it felt like it was supposed to help appeal to Western audiences at the time. Regardless, the real piece de resistance in The Protector is in the single take tracking shot of Kham beating up henchmen as he maneuvers up several flights and various balconies of the ornate Vietnamese restaurant. It's even more impressive given it's almost 4 minutes straight with a lot of breakaway environment, levels, and stunt falls. Make sure to stream it on Tubi, Pluto, Fandango, Plex, Google Play, Amazon Prime, or Freevee. Number 4, Police Story 3, Super Cop. Police Story 3 Super Cop, or just Super Cop for its United States release, sees Jackie Chan reprising his role as Hong Kong policeman Chan Kai-ku. Chan directed the first 2 films in the series but passed that role on to Stanley Tung while remaining a producer and action coordinator. Joining him was then newcomer and now award-winning actress, professional martial artist, and all-around badass Michelle Yeoh as Jessica Yang. Super Cop sees Chan's character, also Chan, with the help of Jessica infiltrate a prison to get close to a drug lord's henchman and brother. He helps him escape and in turn is on his way to busting said drug lord. I'm a fan of the action sequences in not so typical places, and Jackie Chan is great with including those. Don't get me wrong, Police Story 3 has got the requisite punching, muzzle flash, rockets, car crashes, and explosions, etc. in classic go-to sets, which are still fun. Jackie Chan also likes to utilize props and sets from the everyday environment, creatively orchestrating fights around the story instead of the story around fights. He also infuses slapstick and physical humor in his stunt work and choreography. In the case of Police Story 3, Yeoh's skills alone could carry the film, but her teaming up with Chan, chef's kiss, and their stunts in the climactic epic car chase scene alone should be studied. So check it out on YouTube, Google Play, Prime, or Fandango. Number 5. Fearless. I would be bereft if I made a list of action-packed martial arts films and did not include famous professional martial artist Jet Li. Li is trained in Wushu, which is professional competitive martial arts. In 2006, Jet Li stated that Fearless would be his last Wushu film, which is fitting as it's a wonderful love letter to Wushu. Him and director Ronnie Yu are also producers on this film. Ronnie Yu came to some notoriety in the US, not for martial arts films, but through post-Scream slasher resurgent films like Bride of Chucky and my guilty pleasure, Freddy vs. Jason. Back on theme. Fearless is based on real-life Wushu professional Hua Yuanjia, a renowned martial artist that rose through the ranks during the end of the Qin dynasty. Near the end of the Qin dynasty, China was occupied by several foreign entities, and they chose warriors to fight Chinese warriors in efforts to humiliate them. If there are any history buffs watching, feel free to post more accurate information about it in the comments. My understanding is that director Ronnie Yu took plenty of liberties with Hua's life. Fearless boiled down to Hua being defeated in Wushu as a kid and him swearing he would never be defeated. This story is engaging and the characters are interesting, even if it feels dramatized for film. But Hua does have a wonderful emotional arc. But most of us are here for the action-packed martial arts. Fearless is a gorgeous looking film with stunning fight choreography. While the cinematography is undeniably kinetic, Yu knows how to frame a shot and when to include longer cuts so we clearly see Jet Li's fighting powers. So slink swiftly over to Google Play, YouTube, and Fandango to stream. Number 6. Kung Fu Hustle. Roger Ebert once wrote that Kung Fu Hustle is like Jackie Chan and Buster Keaton meet Quentin Tarantino and Bugs Bunny. There is no amalgamation of words that could have made me want to view 2003's Kung Fu Hustle more. Director, writer, producer, and star Stephen Chow pulls off an incredible feat with this film. The amount of style, ingenuity, humor, heart, and stunning choreography packed into this Kung Fu Hustle is almost to a point that it is a miracle that it functions. But it does with flying colors and swords from harpists. Chow has been refining his filmic skills since his directorial debut in 1994 from With Beijing with Love. He reached international audiences, meaning the US, with his rousing and kinetic Shaolin Soccer in 2001, and then reached new commercial and critical heights with Kung Fu Hustle. In the vein of Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee, Chow does his own stunts. The film is notable for its impressive choreography and stunt work in thrillingly bonkers action sequences. Stephen Chow is known for his Molitao style, which is a Japanese style of slapstick and banter that emerged in Chinese cinema as early as the 70s. Kung Fu Hustle takes place in Shanghai, China during the 1940s in a slum called Pigsty Alley. Singh, played by Chow, and Bone are petty criminals posing as members of the infamous Axe Gang. All goes awry when actual members descend upon the village. Kung Fu Hustle is like watching a cartoon that is real life, and I mean that in the best way. So catch all the action and mischief on Prime, Google Play, and Fandango. Number 7. The Raid. 2011's The Raid gave us an absolutely stunning combination display of fight choreography and camera work. The film is a true exercise in cinematic finesse. It also makes the most from its simple premise and story. An elite group of Indonesian police are tasked with raiding an infamous crime lord's apartment complex in the slums of Jakarta. Unfortunately for some of them, they are compromised, and a rookie must infiltrate the apartment with a team to save who's ever left and complete the mission, which is to take out that pesky crime lord. Admittedly, the story isn't special. but everything from its execution to how each scene is crafted is. There is a relentless amount of fight scenes that include plenty of fluid long shots. You actually see the protagonists even wear out. These shots take even more precision and practice because screwing up requires crew and performers to start the take over. And these are sequences shot in long, narrow hallways of a run-down apartment. I should note that the director, Gareth Evans, is a South Wales director overseeing an Indonesian production. He also is a quadruple threat as he directed, wrote, edited, and choreographed The Raid, and he brought his A game into every department. You can experience it on Prime, Google Play, or Fandango. Number 8. Iron Monkey. Legendary Hong Kong film director Yuen Woo-ping had been directing martial arts films for 15 years before one of his more iconic films, Iron Monkey, was released. But it was in 2001 that a version made for American audiences was released and presented by Quentin Tarantino, who, as I've mentioned before, has long been influenced by Hong Kong cinema. Yuen Woo-ping was also the action choreographer for 1999's The Matrix, which brought a lot of Eastern style to mainstream US cinema. Yuen Woo-ping would also work with Tarantino on his acclaimed homage to martial arts films Kill Bill, as well as win an Academy Award, amongst others, for his cinematography on the cultural phenomenon Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Yuen Woo-ping is a master at crafting rousing, effortless-looking fight sequence and stunning action set pieces. Iron Monkey exemplifies this to a T, starring Danny Yen as Wong Ki-yen as the protagonist, healer, and eventually suspected vigilante, the Iron Monkey. Iron Monkey details the events surrounding of a masked kung fu hero who has been dubbed the Iron Monkey by a corrupt government. The Iron Monkey has chosen to fight the unjust system, in style I might add, while Wong is initially hired to help combat the Iron Monkey. The film may be over 30 years old, but it is topical in that its main motif criticizes the corrupt system that starves and exploits its people, amongst other things. While I'm making it sound incredibly serious, it also blends in a solid number of humorous bits. So watch it over on Google Play, Prime, or Fandango. Number 9. The Forbidden Kingdom. The Forbidden Kingdom was a big deal when it was released because it placed legends of Hong Kong cinema Jackie Chan and Jet Li together on the big screen for the first time. The film is a loose adaptation of 16th century Chinese novel Journey to the West, which was introduced to the American audience via Arthur Waley's translation in 1942 called Monkey. Forbidden Kingdom is a Chinese-American venture, and it is a fantasy kung fu film. The action is quite stylized, and there are plenty of wire fu happening amongst these sequences. Not that I'm complaining. The Forbidden Kingdom revolves around kung fu film buff Jason Triptychus' journey to another world, a forbidden kingdom if you will, which he enters after falling from a couple of floors off a building holding a special staff. His goal then becomes to get back home, but clicking his shoes won't do it. Jason has to become a warrior and fight an army. He's trained by Liu Yan Chen, who is also introduced to an immortal in this plane of existence. He is the kung fu master who, when we first meet him, is inebriated. No doubt a reference to his drunken master character. Liu has to team up with rival the Monkey King, played by Jet Li, to train Jason. The Forbidden Kingdom borrows from a lot of better martial arts films in terms of action choreography, but it's still entertaining and pretty to look at. The stylistic flares and CGI magic elements are also kind of cool, except they didn't age well. Regardless, since Li and Chan are expert martial artists doing their own stunts, enough of their signature quality is still there. You can enjoy the film over on Tubi, Plex, Pluto, Freebie, Google Play, or Prime. Number 10. Ninja Assassin. James McTeague returns to the director's chair for Ninja Assassin for the first time since helming his classic big screen adaptation of the acclaimed graphic novel V for Vendetta. Ninja Assassin gives viewers exactly what one would expect from its title, a schlocky modern martial arts film with over-the-top fight sequences and gore. It's very in line with other Dark Castle film productions, but I'm not here to judge the quality of the film, but how action-packed it is. Ninja Assassin opens with a couple of crooks receiving tattoos, who subsequently get massacred by a blade-wielding elusive figure. One of those punks you may recognize as Han from the Fast and Furious franchise. Ninja Assassin follows the story of an orphan, Rizzo, along with other orphans who go through rigorous, borderline torturous training by a criminal clan to become ninja assassins, just like the title. Of course, after his best friend is killed, he goes rogue and is out for bloody revenge. There's also a subplot that involves British intelligence investigating said clan. For me, this actually bogs the film down, but it features the talented Naomi Harris, and she always deserves the shout out. Also, side note, if the young girl who plays Kaiko looks familiar, it's actress Anna Sawani. Most recently, she won an Emmy for her performance in Shogun. She also starred as the lead in Apple TV's acclaimed runaway hit series, Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. Regardless, if you want a blade a-slicing, blood packs, shurikens a-flying with CG blood splatter, and Kyotsu Shogi's poppin' heads like pimples, double backflip over to Max, Google Play, Prime, Sling, and Fandango at home to stream Ninja Assassin. Thanks for checking out the video. Did we leave any films off the list? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to tap that bell icon to stay up to date with our latest releases. You can reach out to us on Twitter or X at StudiosFat, or chat with us on Discord, linked below. We're also now on Blue Sky. You can find us at studiosfat.bsky.social, which will also link below. If you're really enjoying our content and want to help support us, click that join button for exclusive content, rewards, and perks. Make sure to check out our very own merch store located at fatninja.shop. All proceeds go towards our next film project, so we'd greatly appreciate it. I've been your host, Jamie. Thanks again. See you in the next one.